Good blessed Wednesday, July the 13th, 2022. It's about 7:57 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say, do. That's your prerogative. Tonight, what I want to talk about is stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the black-on-black violence and crime. Stop the black-on-black violence and crime. Stop the black-on-black violence and crime. You see, some people say, well, how could you say that? Let me tell y'all a little short story. The young man that you see to the far left with the smiles is the same man that you see to the far right with the plain serious face. It's the same man that you see in that Jeep sitting in the front passenger seat. That's me in the driver's seat. And three of our friends in the back. South side, west side, east side. Me and my brother from the north side, Cabrini Green. But that's my oldest brother. Some of y'all knew him by John Ivy. Some of y'all knew him by Woogie. Some of us called him King Woogie. And 45 years ago, on August the 3rd, it'll be 45 years next month, on August the 3rd, 1977, my brother was 21 years old. Came back on the scene of Cabrini Green, doing what I'm doing now, trying to bring peace and harmony within our neighborhoods, amongst the people in the projects, when the projects were still there. An individual that was younger than us, me and my brother left, went to prison, and this picture here was taken before, right after my brother, right after his 21st birthday, which is coming up July the 19th. Him and my second oldest daughter, third oldest child, Queen Ramona, birthday is the same. But he approached it, an individual that was younger than us, that was bringing chaos and fear in our community. He came from the red projects down to the row houses, where we call the Valley of the Leprechauns. That's where we kept peace and harmony at. Also, we was in 624 West Division. But anyway, people feared this individual, guy that was younger than us. And he was putting fear in people that my brother knew, and people in the row houses, and my brother confronted him. He didn't know my brother, but my brother was a master when it came to boxing and martial arts. Anybody know him, they know what I'm talking about. He wasn't the type of individual to go around and start chaos. The women loved him. The people in Cabrini Green loved him because he wasn't an individual that caused trouble. If you finish listening to the story, you'll see why I'm saying stop the black-on-black violence. Stop the black-on-black crime. Stop the violence, period. But this individual by he was putting fear in other people, he thought he could put fear in my brother. But my brother gave him a lesson that normally when people have a problem with other people, they'll get in a circle and they'll go what we call head up, no weapons. In karate, people say karate is my secret. I bear no weapon and I pray not to use it because your hands and feet is a weapon. But anyway, my brother whooped this guy. It was almost like the Thriller in Manila. Y'all seen Joe Frazier's face. I was still in prison. But my brother left. Some of the guys came up by 624. This happened in the row houses. Some of the guys that grew up with us came and told my brother, let's go make peace. Let's mend everything. My younger brothers knew these guys and knew these guys was going to try to set my brother up. But my brother didn't listen. He didn't listen to my younger brothers, and he went down there. And the coward set him up, shot him 4 times in the back, once in the back of the head. I know, and anybody else know, that there's nothing justifiable about that. But to make a long story short, when I got out, I plotted to take this guy's life. But I thank God for my mother, who asked me to make her a promise that I would let God handle that. And if he was wrong, anybody else was wrong, that took part in the taking my brother's life, that God would deal with it. 6 years had passed. On 6 years, on the same month and the same date, August the 3rd, 1983, the individual that took my brother's life unjustly, the one who pulled the trigger, him and 2 or 3 other guys OD'd off some heroin. The one that pulled the trigger on my brother, the paramedics couldn't revive. A few of the other individuals that set my brother up, their life was taken very violent because they tried to take something from somebody else and somebody took their lives. My moral of the story is, it's been a lot of violence down here in Charleston, Missouri. A lot of people getting killed, a lot of people getting shot. And I know some people is thinking revenge. Imagine if I'd have took revenge on the individuals that did this to my brother, and God say vengeance is the Lord's and warning come before destruction. My mother gave me the warning. Let God do it. God handle it. Have y'all seen about all the people? Y'all seen the people that down here in Charleston, Missouri that been attacking me? You seen what happened? You see one of the judges that falsely convicted me for merely videoing a black guy that's part of the good old boy system down here that's misusing and abusing black people. Y'all see what happened to that judge? God took him off the bench. God took a prosecuting attorney that wouldn't prosecute some of these people and laughed at me with the police. God took him away last year with coronavirus. God took other people off the streets. Some on the run, some in the Fed pen, some even in the cemetery. And some still out there suffering, and their families is suffering. You see, when you do wrong to God people, and God people do thus said the Lord, they don't have to worry about that. Those of y'all that follow my YouTube and listen to what I'm saying, don't try to get that revenge. Let God get it. God know how, when, and where. Peace be still.